2020 wanted to do this research into the Head of Wellbeing because we are utterly convinced of the importance of wellbeing in all sectors of society, and it felt there was a real gap when it came to that cohesive, comprehensive approach to young people's wellbeing. And we were very aware that there were lots of different initiatives happening in schools, but they weren't coordinated. There was no kind of strategic approach. And we're also aware of the statistics around young people's mental health, emotional health and wellbeing are really, really shocking. I mean, they show that school leavers and those between the ages of 16 and 24 constitute the largest growing proportion of people who go on to the employment support allowance and are not expected to look for work. Half of those have got mental health issues, which are so severe they can't look for work. So something is going wrong. Pressures on young people are absolutely immense, and we felt that if we looked at this, we took learning from elsewhere that has been done, research into wellbeing in the workplace, in the community, then logically there should be something that could be done and improved for young people in the school environment. Our research has shown over the years, and other people's research that we have looked at and collated, that there are many issues facing young people to do with their health and well-being. Well known as the obesity figures, that a quarter to a third now of children leave primary school and enter the secondary school obese or overweight. Mental health issues are rising, and half of people who suffer from mental illness, it's happened by the age of 14. So it's really important that they're picked up, that there's early intervention, and that's not happening in a systematic way. There's been quite a bit of discussion and intervention around nutrition. Jamie Oliver is well known for that, but also that needs to be continued, and the emphasis on a holistic approach to health would combine that as well as PE and activities, PHSE. There's lots of different bits that can be joined together and coordinated to improve pupil health and well-being. Our vision for the Head of Wellbeing in schools is not someone who would operate in isolation within the school, but someone who would be a bridge between the school and the community. That could be parents, people who live locally, some of the statutory services, so the local practices, GP practices, nurses, also the charity groups that are all over the place, but again not coordinated and brought together. So it's a role that we think could be instrumental in not just improving health and well-being of staff and pupils, but actually really enabling the community to come and support the school as well. There's an initiative called, one of the ways in which we think the Head of Wellbeing will be supported and could grow as an initiative is the whole approach of asset-based community development, which means you look at actually what's already in your community, where people have got skills and resources that they are willing to contribute in a way to help each other. So an example of that is that people have got together who've got diabetes, and without any health professionals or without anyone formally getting them together, they've come together and shared experiences about how best to improve their health and their experience of living with diabetes. That could be replicated in all sorts of different ways. It could be around bereavement, it could be around another particular condition that people share or is common amongst or particularly prevalent in a school. It could be around disability, it could be around a particular shared interest, but that we see as really fundamental, that bridge building between the school, the Head of Wellbeing and the community. The next steps from 2020 Health's perspective are that now we've got the report, we are looking to pilot the initiative, and we wanted to take the written word, take the sort of straw men that we've constructed around what this role model might be, and actually test it out in the school, in the workplace, because only then will we really see what works and what has impact and what doesn't. And obviously we're looking to see significant changes and significant outcomes from this role in terms of achievement, in terms of whole school happiness, and there'll be different ways to measure that, but a sense of cohesion and positivity, and obviously we'd want staff to benefit and to report feeling more supported and more opportunities for their needs to be met, because we think if you've got good well-being amongst staff, then the children will automatically benefit, as well as doing things things directly for children. So piloting is absolutely the next stage. We would very much like to see policymakers endorse what we're doing. We think it's logical. We think it will be, they will see a really significant return on investment. We talk a lot about bringing different disciplines together, and this would hopefully encourage those at the Department of Health, Department of Education, also communities and local government to think, we've got an initiative here that can be of real benefit to the school, the staff, the pupils and the wider community, and it's worth investing in. I'm slightly anxious about it becoming party political. I really would love cross-party consensus that this is an essential role and one that should be supported and permanent.